All right. So we have a story here for CNN, and I've heard a lot about the story. There was some shootings in Atlanta. And it's tragic, it's horrible. But there were some interesting things said about the shooter that I thought was pretty noteworthy. It was pretty exceptional. So let's go over to it. Let's go over this particular piece here. Robert Long, suspect in Atlanta spa shootings, may have sex addiction. Police say sex addiction. Wow. And there's also some indications that he might have targeted specific group. There might have been some targets there. So state and federal investigators are scrambling to learn more about Robert Aaron Long, the suspect in a string of deadly shootings at 3 Atlanta area Asian spas, and his alleged motive. Not much information has surfaced about a 21-year-old from Woodstock, about a half-hour drive north of Atlanta. He's presently detained without a bond in Cherokee County, where he faces 4 counts of murder and a charge of aggravated assault, according to the county sheriff's office. More charges are possible. Following Tuesday's shootings at 2 spas in Atlanta and another in Ackworth, about 10 miles west of Woodstock, which left 8 people dead. At least 4 of them Asian women. Dead. Authorities located Long about 150 miles south of Atlanta in Crisp County. State police took him into custody after using a special pursuit maneuver to spin his car out of control. That's called a pit maneuver, if I'm not mistaken. Pits are very, very common. It's common in the military. It's common in law enforcement. I see them in both fields. I work both law enforcement and military. I see them in both fields. But yeah, they had a high speed chase and they had to pit him. So let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and read some more here. So here's a picture of him right here. He looks like one of those down south boys. He looked like one of them down south boys. He looked like one of them boys from the old country. He looked like one of them boys, don't he? One of them old good old boys. One of them old boys who has those things about them that they may think that the coloreds are out of control, or they may worry for the future of white babies, that kind of stuff, that kind of stuff. He looks like one of them boys, don't he? The suspect did take responsibility for the shootings, Captain Jay Baker of the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office said. So he took responsibility for it. So he said, I did it. So there's no false flag here. There's no, we got people who are dead. They got the guy, so let's not start this false flag bullshit talk. Because I guarantee you somebody going to say, oh, it's a false flag. The government did it. No. It was a real man. He had some fucked up beliefs, and that's why he probably did this. At the very least, he's a fucking murderer. There's no question about it. Sheriff Frank Reynolds in Cherokee County, where the Ackworth shootings took place, told reporters Long made indicators that he has some issues, potentially sexual addiction, and may have frequented some of these places in the past. The suspect may have been lashing out, the sheriff said. Frequent these places in the past? Nail spas. Wait. I got a lot of questions now. That leaves me with a that sounds odd, dude. I have a lot of questions now. Don't you got a lot of fucking questions now? Because I do, man. I got a lot of questions now. He recognized Long from the surveillance footage disseminated by authorities, he said, and Cherokee County dispatch records indicate the ex-roommate called police Tuesday night. So this is from his roommate. A former roommate of Long's told CNN that Long had been in rehab for sex addiction, and that in the summer of 2020 he had lived with Long at a transition house for people leaving rehab, though he declined to name the facility or divulge the state where it's located. The ex-roommate hadn't spoken to Long in a long time, he said, but Long seemed to have self-hatred, and the former roommate recalled a time Long became very, very mad at himself after rear-ending the roommate's car. He also described Long as kind and generous and said he often cooked for friends. The ex-roommate never heard Long say anything racial, he told CNN. Long told the police that the shootings were not racially motivated, according to Baker, who reiterated his superior's assertion regarding sex addiction. He apparently has an issue with what he considers a sex addiction and sees these locations as something that allows him to go to these places. And it's a temptation for him. He wanted to eliminate, Baker said. What? So I got a lot of questions. Did he go in these places and did these women have sex with him? Or were they just, or did he see them as a embodiment of all women and just kill them because of that? I have a lot of questions now. Like this just doesn't make. I've seen people have sex addictions, right? I've seen people have sex addictions, but I've never seen them go on shooting rampages because of it. Right? So I'm just curious. Like what is it? I got a lot of questions, man. I got a lot of questions now. Like it's just. You know, but I'm not sure where to go with this. To be honest with you, I'm not sure where to go with this. Where do you go with this? Like, what is this? Like, because he had a sex addiction, he just started shooting people? That doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm confused. I'm lost. Like I got so many more questions about this case. Investigators believe that when he was captured, Long might have been en route to Florida to perpetrate more shootings. Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms told reporters. Long had a 9mm firearm in his car when he was arrested, Baker said. It was not clear if Long had legally obtained it, the captain said. It was Long's family who turned him in Tuesday, Reynolds said, indicating the parents called police after seeing surveillance footage that authorities posted to social media. We were contacted by members of the family indicating that may be their son, their son. So again, it was his parents. Oh man, that is man. I don't know what to say about that one, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. So we met with them, Reynolds said. They were very distraught, and they were very helpful in his apprehension. Once investigators identified Long, the sheriff said, they tracked his phone and anticipated movements leading to his arrest in Chris County. In his mugshot, Long is wearing a suicide prevention suit as a precautionary measure, which is customary, Chris County Sheriff's Office spokesperson Haley Little said. This guy has a sex addiction, self-admitted. And he attended a rehab center for it. And he has some issues. It's not, he said that it wasn't racially motivated. I don't know if that's true or false. I have no idea. It just happened. It just happened. But I got a lot of questions about this case, don't you?